Okay, now we're going to talk about the install of the 6.5-inch rod organizer. This one's a little bit smaller, and primarily we designed this for gel coat installations, primarily for smaller boats where most of the rod tips would normally sit on your gel coat. You can also mount this to the carpet, but for the most part this is going to be a gel coat installation. If you do mount it to the carpet, it's going to be basically the same as the mounts of the other ones, but what you're going to do is you'll drill out these two outside rivets. You can discard the mounting rubber because you won't need it. Now you'll use this if you mount like on an aluminum boat or a hard surface where you're actually going to drill through. You can use the mounting plate. You won't need this for carpet. You won't need this for carpet. Okay, so basically you're going to use a 9/64 drill bit. You'll knock the rivets out if you're mounting this to carpet. These are number 6 screws, and then you have the lock nuts that go on it, which is if you're going to put it on like a fiberglass lid, which you're going to drill all the way through and mount it. If you're just going to use standard screws, like an aluminum lid, then these are number 2, 5/8 or 1/2 inch, depending on what length you need in order to mount the screws. But again, most of the time, this particular rod organizer generally installed on the gel coat. So let's talk about how to install it on gel coat. Alright, so what we're recommending is use the Scotch brand. It's a 3M product. It's the 20-pound mounting tape. Okay, make sure we get the 20-pound one. This is their strongest one. Okay, so what you're going to do is use the rubber mount as a pattern. Okay, so then you just take the tape, 3M tape, stretch it out so it's a little bit longer than the rubber, cut off a piece. Okay, and then you'll cut off a second piece. The reason you got to cut 2 pieces is because of the rivets in the back. As they stick out, you need 2 pieces because of the thickness. Alright, so cut off a second piece. So they're longer than the rubber mount. Now, what we use is a box here, or any flat surface. But what the deal is just by doing this, it keeps your tape straight because you're going to put the 2 sticky sides together, and you want to make sure it goes on square. So, by doing that, you get a nice square installation. Okay? All right. Now, the next thing you want to do, using this for a pattern, put this on top. Take a marker, draw around the edges, draw around the edge here, okay, and then mark your holes. Alright, if you got your holes on the edges, then just trim the outside. Then you'll need a hole punch to knock your holes out. So, there's our first hole. Okay? When you get all of them knocked out, it'll look like this is our finished product. Okay? So, then you'll peel this red plastic off and then mount it to the back of this. Alright? Once you do that, you peel this off. Now, before you put this on your gel coat, I recommend you clean the boat with some acetone or alcohol. Clean that area really good, because you don't want to put this on any wax or oils or any dirt. So make sure the surface you're putting this on is clean. And the best way to ensure that is use some acetone. So anyways, once you put that on there, it's a very good install. Won't come off.